Hey, good morning. I wanted to hop on here and share about my experience this morning. I woke up this morning feeling very sad. And in the past, that was something that was actually pretty common. I think for a few reasons. It really shifted once I made exercise a habit that I do very, very regularly. And it even, I would say, improved even more since I've quit drinking alcohol. I'm like around 14 months without alcohol. So those two things were really supportive. But today I woke up and I felt very sad. I actually even cried this morning. And I've learned some things about sadness that I want to share with you. One of those things are to be with our sadness. At first I was like, oh, I can't cry. I don't have time for that this morning. Whatever. We want to shove our emotions under the rug if they're ones that we are not used to experiencing or we consider them bad or what have you. And sometimes, there's a time and place for everything. So one thing that's really supportive is to be with our emotions. Thich Nhat Hanh, a Zen master, really talks about being with our anger, being with our sadness. So like anger, sadness, what are you trying to show me? And honestly, today, I really think that the sadness I experienced was such a reality check. It was such a reality check because sometimes I tend to have a hard time when the people closest to me are having a hard time. If you ever have had somebody in your life who deals with mental disease, or you deal with mental disease, illness, whatever you want to call it, you know that it's really challenging and hard. And I would consider, like, looking back at my past, I've dealt with depression in the past and anxiety. So I probably even more reason why it's hard for me to be around people when they're in this way. And it was just such a reminder of how hard it is for some people to just live life in general. So I felt like it was really opened me up to a deep, deep level of compassion. So being with whatever emotion it is that shows up, this time it was sadness, and letting it run its work through us, right? Like I say often, is we can shove things under the rug, but they're going to find a back door. They're going to manifest in some way. It's going to show itself, right? We cannot just push things away. They want to be held or worked through. So today I was fortunately able to do that. Another thing was I had this, I don't want to do anything today. I just want to go back to bed and I want to just wallow in this. Came to mind, that avoidance. I don't want to deal with this emotion. And something that was supportive was to get on with life. I know that about myself, especially based on in the past when I'd wake up feeling this sadness or anxiety. When I go about my day, once I have a human interaction, usually I'm all good. Today was a prime example. I had a beautiful, loving client that I got to meet with today within probably 30 seconds. But within a couple minutes, my energy had already shifted. So getting up, going throughout your day, also just remembering that you're not in this alone, right? That this is part of the human experience. Sometimes we're sad and it's okay, right? I like to say emotions are indicators, but not dictators. So today I took the emotion of sadness. What are you indicating? And not let it dictate that I just go back to bed and don't do anything at all with my day. And there's sometimes that's appropriate as well. Another thing that was supportive was to get in the sunshine and get outside. Fortunately, I have dogs that allow that to be really, really easy to do. They're great accountability. Once I finished with the client session, I put on 2 songs that totally pumped me up and I danced and I felt great. So movement, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, is a great natural antidepressant, mood booster, energy shifter, plus all the other benefits of that. And then the next thing was just remembering I'm not alone. Sad is not bad. It's okay to be sad. It is okay to feel sad at times, to think that sad is bad is actually can cause more harm than anything, right? And now I feel okay. Now I feel really, actually, I feel grateful. And I also feel really grateful for this experience because it was a really great reminder. Really great reminder on how I used to feel a lot of the time, which I think, sometimes everything becomes our new normal, right? I say this about stress a lot. We don't even a lot of times know we're stressed because it's cumulative and we just keep having more and more stress, but we don't realize, right, how stressed we are. And being in a more vibrant state or what have you that I feel like, fortunately, I'm in a lot of times now has become a new normal. But then I can take it for granted and think that, oh, that's not, there's a better place to be than where I am now, right? Where we have to really be cognizant that we're not in the grass is greener on the other side all the time in life. I think that's something for us to remember. Sometimes the grass is greener on the other side. And if we can't find the green grass where we are, we can get to the greener grass and then we're looking for purple grass, or you know what I mean? So it's a good reminder in that. So I would just hope that this was supportive in some way, shape, or form. That was my intention in sharing today. Also, I tend to like to, I notice my tendency not to want to share necessarily when things are challenging. And just remember, and I think none of us have it all figured out, and when we're on that path of I need to figure it all out, it can just drive us nuts, In a meditation the other day, I heard this: stop trying to figure it all out. Like, sometimes downloads come to me and I was like, oh man, I am always trying to figure it all out. How could we ever figure out this thing called life, right? There's so many facets to it. So if you find yourself in a headspace of wanting to know all the answers and fix things, like myself, perhaps that advice of stop trying to figure it all out may be helpful today. And I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope you enjoy today and the green grass or the purple grass or whatever is around you. Feel free to share this video if you think it may help somebody, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.